Shalom. I want to first give all credit to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and the double honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. Back with another short video. Just coming across this article that I came across. It says 8 in 10 Americans support COVID-19 shutdown. Case of health pull fines. I'm just getting in this article a little bit. It says a majority of Americans, 8 in 10, say strict shelter-in-place guidelines are worth it to keep people safe from COVID-19 and control the spread of the virus, according to a new Kaiser Family Foundation tracking poll. The same percentage of around 80% of Americans also say they can follow the restrictions for at least one more month. Only around 20% of Americans say the broad shelter-in-place measures are an unnecessary burden that is causing more harm than good. 1/3 of respondents say they could obey the restrictions for an additional 6 months, but 14% of Americans in the poll say they can only observe the limitations for less than a month, and 3% say they can't do it at all. So basically, this is just another one of those things where, this kingdom is dividing against itself. I'm coming across a lot of news articles. Like for example, I came across one article. It was talking about how how they want to enforce these enforce people to wear these masks, but then another article talks about how the police force they're saying they're not going to enforce this and I quote unquote idiotic demand of people wearing masks. So it's just, again, it's just another one of those things where this place is dividing against itself, as it states in in Isaiah chapter 19 verse I'll start at verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So again, it's this, I speak for, I speak for myself, but I'm sure I can speak for others as well. Just going to the store, running some quick errands, you can feel the tension. People looking at other people funny because they're not wearing masks or wearing gloves. When I go on my jogs, I'm coming up to other people. I'll see them, go off, into the grass, like, they'll go like 10 feet, pretty much, get out of the way and whatnot, because Esau's just pushed it so much into this society where, he's pushed this fear thing so much. People really, again, you got the majority of Americans thinking that, staying home is good, while you got less people, that think that believe is going to do more harm than good, which is pretty much more so true, because here it is, they already took away the mirth of this place. People can't go out. People got to be locked up in their homes with their spouse, the loved ones. They got to be, you got these kids are going to drive people crazy. You got roommates that might not get along, whatever the case may be. This thing is boiling, and it's going to get to a point where it's eventually going to boil over. If you go actually the same chapter down to verse 14, it says, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. So again, because ultimately It's Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. He's the one that's ultimately, strategically bringing this place down. So, it all goes back to that perverse spirit that Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi has put on this land. And it's only going to wax worse. It's going to be more tension. People are going to be, looking at each other more and more funny. And like I said, because going out, you can go out and, just to run some quick errands, and you could just feel the tension. You can feel it in the air. But again, this thing is about to boil over. There's always something new. There's always something. There's always something that comes up, that's just causing this nation to be divided against itself. Because these people, they can't come together for nothing. I think it's 2 Timothy's chapter 3. Yeah, because these are the times we're living in. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come," which we are in those. We are in these times. Reading on, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy, without natural affection." That's the point I wanted to get. It's going to get to a point out here where people are just not going to give a damn about one another. I saw part of a video where these employees, they were holding. I guess they were holding a woman down because she attacked someone for not. I guess they weren't keeping the whole social distancing thing or something like that, something along those lines. So, people are, again, because you got people out here that really believe that staying home or, staying 6 feet apart or whatever, Esau's putting out there, people really believe that this is what's best. And again, you have the people that they really don't give a damn. Because a lot of people can see that this is going to do more harm than good. I believe over there in France it is. I could be wrong, but there's reports coming out that a lot of the women over there, pretty much getting slapped up by their men, by their spouses or whatever. Because that tension is in the air, man. And this thing is about to boil over. The same chapter, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13, it says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." So again, this thing, here it is. People are hoping that this place gets better. Things get better. But according to scripture, according to prophecy, people are just gonna get worse, man. And it talks about how people are gonna be deceived, and because again, Esau, he's pushing his narrative. Esau, he's pushing his agenda. He's through his media. Because I always say this, man. You got to give it up to Esau, man. He does his job, and he does his job well, man. But yeah, man. This thing is about to boil over, man. Trying to think of any more precepts, or anything else. Because it was a pretty long article. I'm not gonna go through the whole article, but again, just wanted to bring out this point. this is just another one of those things where this place is divided against itself. You know, it's going to get to a point where it's just all out chaos. You know, people are just, you know, attacking one another. But yeah, man, this thing's about to boil over. So that's pretty much all. You know, I just wanted to do this quick video. So, with that being said, again, I want to give all credit to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And again, I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. And with that being said, I say Shalom.